Hey guys, welcome back to Mobility. Hope you're all doing okay. Okay, so for today's session, we're going to start down on the floor. So give yourself a second, make sure you've got plenty of space, and we're just going to come down to a kneeling position. If you find this position really difficult through your knees, feel free to kneel up, that's absolutely fine. Okay, so really simple to begin. We're just going to draw the shoulders up. Take a breath in, shrug the shoulders up, and as you exhale, I just want you to breathe out and release any tension. And again, breath in. And then breathing out. Good. 2 more. Breathing in. And breathing out. Last one. Breath in. And breath out. Good. Let's reach the arms out as wide as you can. Think about reaching fingertip to fingertip so you're making your body as wide as possible. From here, we're going to rotate the palms up to the ceiling. Keep the shoulders pressing down and then rotating them back to the ground. And again, rotating up and pressing down. 2 more, rotate up and pressing down. Last one, all the way up and pressing down. Good. This time we're going to hold it there, rotate them up. Now from here, slightly pull the thumbs behind you. You're going to open your chest and look to the ceiling. So really finding that stretch across the biceps all the way down to the fingertips. Good, and then slow to release. From here, we're going to bring the arms around, giving yourself a little hug. You're going to try and bring your hands as far to the back of the shoulder blades as you can. Chin towards the chest, and then just feel how your shoulders move apart as you roll forwards. So we're trying to round through the upper section of your back, so into the thoracic spine. Chin towards the chest and just really holding it there. Good, let's release the hands. We're going to bring the hands behind the back. Now, if you're in a high kneeling position, you'll want to bring the hands to the center of the back to squeeze and open the chest. However, if you're kneeling down, you're going to bring the hands behind your back, fingertips facing away, and try and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Now, just be careful here, we're not sinking. You want to think about pressing into the floor, push yourself away from the ground. Good, and slow to release. Okay, so from here, a little bit trickier. You're now going to bring the opposite arm over the top. So if I had my right arm over the top the first time, my left arm is going to hug over the top the second time. Chin towards the chest, and I'm going to roll forwards. Really open the spine. Good, and slow to release out. There, great job. Now from here, I'm going to bring my right hand to the outside of my left knee. I'm going to open my left arm behind me and I'm going to try and rotate. Watch this back shoulder hasn't shrugged up. So think about lengthening the neck, so the space between your shoulder and your ear, don't let that get smaller. And really reaching behind you. Good, now from here with this left arm, I'm going to come across the body and I'm going to reach out and away. Bring my forehead towards the floor and really try and stretch the elbow. So here I want to be trying to feel this through the left side of my body into my lats, really opening through the side. Good, let's slowly come back to the top. Open the chest, and we're going to change that over. So left hand comes to the outside of the right knee. I'm then going to open the right hand round into that spiral. Pull the shoulder down, so think about the space between your shoulder and your ear. Really rotating to hold. Good. Then from there, that right hand is going to come across the body and I'm going to reach down and away to stretch into my right side. Good. So really extending the elbow and just allowing yourself to reach. Good. And then coming back to the center, really good. Okay, so now from here, coming into an all fours position, you want to have your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Think about pressing away from the floor, lifting the back of the head so you're strong through the center of the body. Now from here, we're going to start to flex and extend through the spine. So you're going to squeeze the belly button in, pressing into the floor to tuck the chin in. And then from here, you're going to reverse it to arch the back, lifting the chest, slide the shoulders down. So just here, starting to create a little bit of flexion and extension through the spine. So if you're feeling a little bit tight through the back, obviously spend a bit of time working on this, just allowing yourself to move at your own pace. So we're just going to start to ask for a little bit more space here. So when you flex through the spine, press into the floor, we're just going to move the hips over to the right and then over to the left. So we're getting a little bit of lateral movement as well. We're then going to extend through the back, lifting the chest, and we're going to do the same thing. The hips are going to go to the right and then to the left, and then go again. Press into the floor. So we're just starting to move, not only forwards and back, but side to side as well. And then arch in the back. And then just hips right and left. Good. Last one each way. Flexing, press into the floor. Good, and then extending. Good job, guys. Okay, slow to release back. We're just going to sit into that shell stretch. Let's bring here the thumbs up towards the ceiling and just allow yourself to stretch away with the arms. So think about pulling your fingertips out to the wall in front of you and sitting your hips to the wall behind you. Good job. Slow to roll yourself back to your all fours. Give yourself a little bit of time to reset. Okay, so from here, we're going to think about the shoulders pulling down. We're going to slide the right foot out behind you. Now, just in this position here, make sure you haven't arched your back, so keep the abdominals engaged. Now, with this right leg, I'm going to cross it behind me as far as I can over to the left. Now, once I'm here, I'm going to look towards my foot. So trying to really drop that right hip, reach the right foot away from the right hip. Good, coming back to the center and draw the knee in. We then change it. So left leg's going to slide back, cross the leg as far to the left as to the right, as you can. So left leg to the right, and then looking over to the foot. Good, and then slow to come back to the middle. Excellent. When you're ready, we're going to push up and out of your all fours. Really good job. Okay, so from here, we're going to step your right foot forward into a hip flexor stretch. So we're going to come to a 90-90 position, 90 degrees through the front leg, 90 degrees through the back leg. So we're thinking about your pelvic position here. So what we're wanting to do here is create a tuck through the pelvis. Now, the more you can tuck the pelvis, the greater the stretch will be through this back leg. So I'm trying to tuck my pelvis under, I'm activating my left glute. So I'm squeezing the glutes as tight as I can, and just think about lightly pressing the hip bone forwards. You shouldn't really have to move very far forwards. if you're tucking correctly. So tuck the pelvis under, squeeze the glute, and then hold it there, finding that stretch through the hip flexor, maybe into the front of the quad as well. Good, so once you're in this position here, we're going to reach the left arm up as high as you can. You want to think about pulling the hand to the ceiling so the shoulders stay slightly back. Don't let the body start to come forwards. We keep the focus through the front of the hip. Good, now from here with this left hand, you're going to bring the hand to the center of the back. Just trying to keep the chin off of the chest. I'm still tucking the hip under, I'm still activating the left glute. My right hand is going to come over the top, and I'm just going to do a little lean over to the right, and that should really increase that stretch through the hip flexor, but also the tricep, maybe a little into the lat as well. Good, and slow to release the hip and the arms, and we're going to change that over. So bring in the leg back. We're now going to step left foot through, so the foot comes forward. I tuck the pelvis under, so think about tilting through the pelvis, activate the right glute. Make sure here you haven't pushed forward, so we're tilting under. Keep squeezing the right glute, finding that stretch through the hip flexor into the front of the quad. Good, if you feel good, let's stretch the right arm up, reaching up, extend through the right side of the body. Keep squeezing that glute though, really important to keep the pelvis tucking and squeezing and activating the glute. Good, we make this a little bit harder, bringing the hand behind the back, chin off of the chest. Now from here, this left arm comes over the top, keep squeezing your right glute, just a gentle lean over, so you're really opening and extending the side of the body. That's it, so creating that flex. Squeeze the glute, keep the chin off of the chest. Job. Slow to release there, and just relaxing down to a kneeling position. Good, feel free to come to seated or up to a high kneeling position, whatever feels best for you here. So once you're back into the middle, just bringing the shoulders back to the ears, and then exhale down. Good, we're going to interlock the fingers, pressing the hands forward, round the back, chin towards the chest, really open through the shoulder blades again. Good, now from here, turning the palms forwards, you're going to reach up as high as you can, lifting up through the chest. And then just nice and steady in your own time, releasing the arms. There, really good job guys. Thank you for joining me. I shall see you hopefully very soon.